Look at what's going on here. 11-1, 6-0, but the reach that Borics has, he has length, and he needs to utilize that against Teodor.
To Michael C. Williams. From Budapest, Bellator MMA on Paramount Network now presents tonight's co-main event, 3 5-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing first, the blue corner, at 5'7", weighing in 146 pounds even. His professional record, 11 wins, just 1 defeat. Fighting out of Sofia, Bulgaria, Teodor, Mr. Wrestler Nikolov. And across the cage, his adversary fighting out of the red corner, at 5'11", weighing in 146 pounds even. Returning home tonight, inside the Bellator cage, he stands undefeated as a professional with 6 wins, no defeats, fighting out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, USA. He hails from Budapest, Hungary, introducing Teodor, the Kid Borics. In charge of the action, your referee, Yves Levy.
Stand back, gentlemen. Stand back. Stand back. Stand back. Are you ready? You ready? Fight!
We talk about fighters who sometimes put extra weight on their shoulders fighting at home, and some are energized by it. Clearly, that's the case with Adam Borics.
I think Adam Borics is so excited to be able to fight in front of his countrymen. He wants to put on a performance and show them exactly how special he is.
One of our themes tonight, evolution of these younger fighters. Michael Chandler's been very active, and he'll fight next week against Brandon Gertz. Very active on his social media, saying, don't miss Adam Borics.
The real difference in this fight you're going to see, that's a little bit of a crazy try to take down. Good stop, but the difference you're going to see here is the stand-up of Adam Borics. He can match the wrestling, he can match the submission game of Teodor, but I don't think that Teodor can match the stand-up game of Adam Borics. He is very technically sound. He does a lot of different techniques that he conceals well. He feints you into mistakes, and he takes advantage. He's
felt a couple of lefts. I don't think he's seen them. There comes that moment, you don't know until you're in there, but it comes that moment when you realize, oh, okay, this is the real deal I'm in here with. This is a different animal than maybe I thought.
Really good defensive technique. You watched Teodor Nikolov went in for the kick, and you saw the way that Adam stopped it is he moved into it. He checks it by coming in, closing the distance, and makes it where it's nothing. Nikolov right now, you can see he's a little bit on his heels, not sure of what Adam's going to do. That's going to slow down his progression. Going, nice knee. Wow. Did a level change to try to go for that takedown. There he is, level change again. But now he's starting to shoot out of desperation, and you don't want to do that. You want to shoot out of taking someone and making them miss, making them think that you're going to do something else, and then dropping that level. That's what's going to make you successful.
You've already seen the knees of Borics. If one of those takedowns comes in a little slow, it's going to be lights out.
Just in the body language, you can see one fighter that's very relaxed in Adam Borics, and we got Teodor Nikolov. He's a little bit anxious. He's a little bit tight because he's not sure. Good uppercut coming in. Landed that clean with the right hand. Just beautiful footwork by Adam Borics.
Every time Nikolov has tried to come in, he has left with a receipt.
He has paid for that. He has paid for that little bit of decision-making and said, well, I don't think that was the right time.
And then you have that moment where you go, well, that's what I do, and that's gone.
You know, and it's so frustrating when it is what you do and it works against everyone, and all of a sudden you get in that fight, here come the knees, you know they're going to start to come up. But you get in against that guy that everything that you've done in the past that's been successful, all of a sudden it doesn't work, and that is frightening. You can see the marks on Teodor's leg. Look at that left leg, low and high, and now inside. He's systematically just starting to diminish the ability of that leg to work, so those shots are going to get even slower.
Jump knee in the ribs, and these are not strategic shots right now.
No.
These are, let me get out of harm's way.
These are desperation. That's a desperation shot, and that's why it's not working. But right now, if you're Nikolov, it's a big knee.
The left knee might have us near the finish line.
Good. Smart work by Adam. He's not just diving in, trying to cut the angle and to get himself down. Not going to end up in guard, ends up in a half guard. More effective position for him to do damage.
When 49 seconds feels like 49 minutes when you're the guy on the bottom.
And, you know, people have no idea how time slows down when you're getting worked by someone and you just don't have the ability to stop what they're doing.
Stranger in a strange land. A hostile crowd and a hostile, talented young man on top of you.
And I know that this is where Nikolov thought he was going to be a stronger fighter, a more skilled fighter, a better fighter on the ground. But you can see he doesn't have the better skills right now, and everything he's doing is leading him down a path that he's not going to survive.
A dominant opening round here at home for Adam Borics. Doesn't matter how big your television set is. Pretty clear who won that round and won it big.
Very clear. You know, what I love about my man, Sean Grande, he is judging that fight, and he gives me, he looks, he goes 10-8. And I go, yep, and why? Look at the damage that Adam Borics did in that round. He dominated that round, damaged him. That's a 10-8 round.
I studied and learned from the best.
I don't know who that guy is.
Rob Hines.
Good.
Well, as we've seen, we discussed this over the last couple of years, in the 2 years that I was heavily involved in this. We really saw the evolution, the willingness of judges to say, you know what? The 10-8 has to come into play when you have 3 5-minute rounds.
It has to when you have a round like we just saw, and it's not that Nikolov is not fighting. He's fighting, and he's working hard. He's just on the receiving end of all the damaging blows. He cannot control the distance. He can't control where the fight's at. He's getting hurt, and you've got to give Borics that edge in showing that there was a significant difference of the output of the fighters in that round.
It had to be a lot of the criteria. He didn't end the fight, but there was a fight-ending moment.
Yep, there you go. Man, I tell you what, the leg kick that he's throwing, and you look at the angle that he's doing it from, because he's moving his feet, he's setting it up and coming in with that cut kick. It is damaging, and that is why Nikolov is going to be slower and slower in that takedown attempt, which is only going to make things worse for him.
And look into his eyes. If we get to see his eyes again, there's a hopelessness that is, you can read it in his face.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking at a guy, he's 11-1, so he's only tasted defeat once, and that was a decision. And sometimes when you have all that success, and like I said before, all of a sudden everything you've done doesn't work, it's a lonely feeling out there.
And you're looking at a guy on tape, and Adam Borics, his last fight, it didn't last that long. And what the real scary thing is, it's been a year away. How much better has Adam Borics gotten from the stuff you're looking at?
Well, it is, and it's one of the impressive things about Adam Borics is he's smart enough to say, you know what, I don't think I was progressing here where I'm living in Hungary enough for me to be the world champion I want to be. He took himself, said, I'm moving to the U.S. I'm going to go with the coaches and the athletes. They're going to make me the fighter that's going to win a world title. Look at what he's doing.
Coming up next, after the main event. Oh,
all right, that hurt me.
Wow, you
that
can hear
right
it.
there, man, that hurts. And the damage it's doing. Oh, beautiful. That short knee hit him once. He was out, standing up, went down, out. He took a couple extra blows only because of the quickness of what occurred. What an unbelievable finish by Adam Borics.
That was a spectacular performance with an unforgettable ending.
If you're...
And 145 just got deeper. If you don't know the name, now you know it. Adam Borics about to go viral.
look at that knee. As soon as it connected, he was out. Switches, boom, right behind the ear. Beautiful knockout by Adam Borics. What an explosion.
As this fight was getting on, and Teodor Nikolov was changing levels, he was walking into potential shots. We talked about it earlier in the fight, and this one is going to go worldwide. The jump knee, it's the left knee. Again, here it comes. I'm going to duck the right and then eat the left. And Adam Borics, a spectacular jump knee finish, right up there with MVP, with Paul Daly. Adam Borics is 7-0 with a bullet, and he has got the official word from Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the flying knee ends it officially. 1 minute, 30 seconds into round number 2. The winner by knockout, still undefeated, Adam the Kid Borics.
Proudly flying the flag. And his year with Henry Hoopt in Florida paying off big dividends. Adam Borics is with John McCarthy.
I'll tell you what, that was a performance that puts you in a category of one of the toughest 145ers in Bellator. How are you feeling, brother?
Man, I am so happy. You know, I came back home last week, and again, I can fight at home. This is awesome.
Well, you can absolutely fight. There's a guy standing outside of this cage now. He was sitting for a while, now he's standing. James Gallagher is who you were supposed to fight tonight. He got hurt. Is that the guy that you want to face next?
Yeah, I want to fight next time with Gallagher.
I cannot wait to see that fight. That was an unbelievable performance. Ladies and gentlemen, your hometown winner, Adam Borics.